He has won the state 3 times in a row, and we're going to continue to work, look at ways to get Missouri's values to match Washington, D.C.'s values.
That's my alert. That's my new Trump bootlicker alert. Do you like it? Mike Kehoe, the governor of the state of Missouri, has decided to join the fray after being directed by Donald Trump to redistrict the state, a la Texas, a la other states that are going to endeavor to assist Donald Trump at his behest. He goes on Truth Social and he orders them to do it. They say, yes, sir. How many seats do you need? We'll jump right on that. He posted this on Truth Social on August 21st. The great state of Missouri is now in. I'm not surprised. It is a great state with fabulous people. I won it all 3 times in a landslide. We're going to win the midterms in Missouri again, bigger and better than ever before, says Donald Trump. This was yesterday at 6:34 a.m. Now, I'm going to play a clip of Mike Kehoe, who was asked about this, about is Missouri in? But let me give you the lay of the land. Let me read you a few paragraphs from this Missouri Independent article. Donald Trump says Missouri will revise congressional districts to favor Republicans. Governor Mike Kehoe hasn't called a special session, but a statement after the president's social media post indicates he is moving closer to convening lawmakers. We have a statement from him, and it comes in video form. But first, Missouri, quote, unquote, is in for redrawing the state's congressional districts in a special legislative session, President Donald Trump proclaimed Thursday on his social media platform. With Texas moving quickly toward a mid-decade revision of its congressional map to tilt 5 districts toward the Republican Party, Missouri would now be expected to follow suit to help the GOP gain 1 more. Missouri has 8 congressional districts and Democrats hold 2. Any proposal is likely to split the 5th district, which is mainly in Kansas City, by adding Republican voters in sufficient numbers to take it away from incumbent Democratic Representative Emanuel Cleaver. That would give Republicans 7 of the state's seats in the House. For nearly a month, Trump has been pressuring Governor Mike Kehoe and legislative leaders with calls to at least 1 Republican lawmaker who expressed reluctance to go along. Quote, and then they read from the post I just read you. And then finally, and Kehoe, in a statement responding to Trump, inched closer to saying he intended to call a special session at a news conference in his office Tuesday. Kehoe said no decision had been made. It's not exactly what he said. And for that, I go to this tweet from Greg Palermo, who is a local politics reporter there. He tweeted this: I asked Governor Kehoe this morning if Missouri is, quote, in on redistricting, as President Trump's social media post suggested today. Kehoe wondered if it was about news that more FBI agents are coming to St. Louis. Kehoe, not the smartest knife in the drawer, if you know what I mean, misunderstanding the question. Here was the answer to the question about, are you in? Is Missouri in on trying to steal democracy and steal the votes and influence and will of the people from the citizens in Missouri?
I thought he meant we were in for the FBI piece, so that's the way I read that, and I guess maybe I misread that. But so we're again grateful for the investment in public safety through the FBI. We've said all along, you've heard me say this for the last 2 or 3 weeks, we're working with our legislative leaders. The president's right. He has won the state 3 times in a row, and we're going to continue to work, look at ways to get Missouri's values to match Washington, D.C.'s values.
We're going to do what we can do to get Missouri's values to match Washington, D.C.'s values. Let me be the MAGA interpreter, the moron interpreter here. I don't speak it fluently, the language of idiot, but what he just said was we're going to get Missouri's values to match Donald Trump's values. That's what he means, because if not for Donald Trump demanding that this gets redistricted, it wouldn't be on the table. If not for Donald Trump directing Greg Abbott to do whatever he wants, even though, states' rights and all, 10th Amendment and all, Constitution and all, they are not under the thumb of Donald Trump. That's not how our system was set up. Any power not specifically granted to the federal government or specifically denied to the states is for the states. That's a paraphrase of what the 10th Amendment of the Constitution says. Yet, these bootlicking sycophants, these grundle butter craving Republicans, they cannot get enough of just taint sweat. I love Donald Trump's, just give me the genital flavor. Mike Kehoe, Greg Abbott, every other Republican, they just love getting on their knees for Donald Trump. Even at the cost of our democracy, even at the cost of actually stripping away the will of the people from them. It's going to be, look, they're changing the rules midstream here. If Democrats are going to win, if we are going to win, if America is going to survive, the Democratic Party needs to follow these new rules. You cannot exist in a political order. You cannot not operate in a political order that no longer exists. It's the same thing I said to Cory Booker. It's the same thing I said to Elizabeth Warren. It's the same thing that I said to Alex Padilla, to every politician, every member of Congress that sat with me and David Pakman last month. I said the same thing to every single one of them. The old way of doing things does not exist. That political order of my good friend across the aisle with whom I can cooperate no longer exists. We have a malign party as one of the two major effective political parties in this country. One that is now just beholden to Donald Trump, worshiping at the throne of the dear leader who is invading the houses using his secret police force, who is invading and occupying the nation's capital with the military under false pretense. It's time to get off our asses, get out in the streets, and let it be known that you will not tolerate this. If you live in Missouri, you need to be inundating Mike Kehoe's phone. You need to be calling your members of Congress, 202-224-3121, and let them know there will be a political consequence if they go forward with trying to strip the democratic voice away from the people. What do you think? You can let me know in the comments. Tell me how wrong I am, or that you mildly, sometimes, once in a while, appreciate what I do. I would appreciate that very much. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And absolutely, of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you. Keep your head on a swivel. Take care of yourself. Engage in self-care. For you, if that means taking a nap, take a nap. If it needs turning off YouTube videos about politics, even mine, do that for yourself. Turn off the news. Check out. Go touch grass. Go watch your dog. Pet your dog. Pet your cat. Play with your kids. Take care of yourself. And the reason I say it is because I go through swings where I don't want to hear anything about the news. It is terrorizing to the psyche. And we need to be healthy. We need to keep ourselves safe so we can continue endeavoring against fascism. Because if we're all frazzled, we're not healthy, we're no good to each other. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. Take care of yourself, be genuine, and take care of one another.